Hello, guys. Welcome back to Rocking with Becca. My new Saturday tradition or theme or tag. It's not really a tag. Macy, don't mess with that. It's just my Saturday video. So, Macy, don't you mess with that. Good girl. Lay down. Lay down. She's having a little problem with Mama this morning. She wants to sit in the chair with me so bad, but there's just no room, especially when I'm doing Rocking with Becca, because I have my baby of the day with me, and it's heartbreaking because she's used to just being right in the same chair. You know, I have a love seat recliner type thing, so it's big enough for two people. It's all in one, but it's big enough for two people. Well, I say it's all in one. It's connected, you know what I mean, but it's got the separate sides that lifts up. It's recliners. And she always, when I'm sitting down, she's right there with me. And when I'm in my craft room, I've got a blanket at my feet under the desk. She lays right there at my feet. And so naturally, when I get here in this chair, normally she's up behind me and I'm sitting on the edge of the chair. Well, I can't do that during this video because the video takes a little longer and my back gets to hurting. Plus, I wanted to sit here and rock and hold my baby. But this is my little Tessie. She is, yeah. I don't remember. She's a Paradise Galleries doll. I don't remember her name. I'm sorry. Welcome to Becca's channel. Welcome to Becca's channel. You want this blanket, baby? Here, let me see if I can throw it over there to you. You want it? There you go. Now then, cover up with it. Cover up with it. You want Mama? There you go, babe. Get it. There you go. Good girl. She's fixing her little blanket where she can lay down. It's actually one of the baby's blankets, but I thought maybe it would occupy her a little bit. Good girl. Lay down. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I should have wrote it down. And I didn't. But you'll find in most every video I do that. I forget something that I should be telling. And don't write it down, and then I can't remember to tell you. But she is a Paradise Galleries doll, and she's my Tessie. But I can't remember her Paradise Galleries name. So, she's so sweet. Look at that beautiful little face. And I've got the bib on her that says, this face, though, you got that right. That's one gorgeous little face, isn't it? Her's adorable. Mama's going to rock her. She's a little tired. Mama's going to rock her so her can go to sheepy. All right, guys. We are here for hashtag Rocking with Becca. This here is December the 3rd. I don't know what episode it is. I can't remember how many weeks I've been doing it. Hubby's going to come in. I'm doing a video. This is a normal situation here. Normal, guys. Normal. Okay, so first off, I want to do my shout out. What I'm doing is going through all the people I'm subscribed to that I watch regularly, and the ones that has less amount, like under 1,000. I started to say calories. under 1,000 subscribers, I'm shouting them out first, and then I will shout out the ones that has older calories, more subscribers. Guys, please forgive me. One of these days I'm going to talk on fibro and tell you a little bit about it, and maybe you can understand my situation if you don't know anything about fibro. Because I do have quite a few new subscribers, and I'm sure unless they have went back and watched my older videos, they don't know about all my health conditions. So one day, maybe on the Rocking with Becca video, I will talk about my health issues so you can understand my craziness. Okay, so today I want to shout out the channel Karina Tompkins. Her name will be in the description. I'm going to put it in the description instead of the title, so you can go click on her channel and go check her out. She only, at this point that I wrote this down, I think I heard her say she had 60-something subscribers now, but when I wrote this down, she only had 52. So way to go, guys. Keep going over there and checking her out and subscribing to her and give her some YouTube love. So what I'm trying to do is help, first I want to help those that don't have very many subscribers to help get their subscriber count up. So go to her channel and check her out and subscribe to her. So today I don't really have a topic to talk on. I thought of several, but some of them has recently been covered, and I just haven't come up with a good theme to talk about yet. So like I said, maybe one Saturday I'll talk on my health issues, and with it not being a live video and you corresponding for me to see your questions, it's kind of hard sometimes for me to come up with a topic to talk on. So what I would love for you to do, if there is a particular topic that you would like for me to maybe address in my opinion, because believe me, it will only be my opinion, leave me in the comments below if there's a topic you would like me to talk on, if there's some questions you would like to answer me, and if they are appropriate questions, I will answer, I will address them in a video. And that way, that will give me something to help me come up with topics to talk on for Rocking with Becca on Saturday. So, this video is probably not going to be, I think this is my third video. Now that I think about it, I got sidetracked, guys. Now that I think about it, I think it's my third Rocking with Becca, because I think I remembered the first two ended up being long, and I didn't think they were going to be long, and they ended up being long. And I'm saying today this one probably won't be as long as the others, but we'll just have to see. So anyway, like I said, I don't really have a topic to talk on. So what I thought I would do in this video is answer a tag that I've been wanting to answer, but just haven't got around to it. Since that's my main, thing I'm doing in this video, then that will be in the title. It is, it's called, well, it's Christmas tag. Okay, hashtag Shara's Christmas tag 2022 is what it is. And it's by Shara over at Reborn Living Dolls. So I will have the hashtag and her channel in the title. And you know what? I think I'll just put it in the description, along with Karina's. Did I say her name right a while ago? Karina Tompkins. Karina Tompkins. Yeah, Karina Tompkins. I'll just go ahead and put theirs in the description. That way you can find both of them there, and I will just have the hashtag Rocking with Becca in the title. Okay, so there is 10 questions, and like I said, it's a Christmas tag. So it may take a little while since there's 10 questions, especially if I get to talking about, a particular question for a little bit. So question number 1 is, do you put your tree up before December 1st? Yes. When I was a kid at home, our tradition was after we always had our midday meal as our Thanksgiving. Our Thanksgiving meal was always midday, lunchtime. And then we had leftovers for our supper, before we went to bed. But we always, after, we got through with Thanksgiving dinner, got cleaned up, maybe, sat around a little bit, then we would put up the Christmas tree on Thanksgiving Day. And there was years I didn't have a Christmas tree after I got married. Years. It's only been the past 4 or 5 years that I've started putting up a tree again. And I've tried to keep that tradition of putting it up on Thanksgiving. Sometimes I vary a little bit. It's according to my health and how I'm feeling, whether I can get it up. This year, I actually put up my tree before Thanksgiving, but I put it up as a harvest tree. I just had the white lights on it, and then I put fall decorations around it. It's just a little 4-foot tree that I set on top of my fake heater fireplace. And I went ahead and put it up the 1st of November and made it as a harvest tree. And I thought I might try leaving it up year-round and just changing out, for the season, and just have the white lights through the year, but then, for the Christmas, do it with how I normally decorate. This is December 3rd, and I haven't decorated it yet for Christmas. I need to do that, but I can only do so much in a day anymore, and it's very little, and it just wipes me out. And so if I have important things I have to do those first. And then if I'm able, I get to the things I want to do. You know what I mean? Because I'm just not able to do a whole lot in a day anymore. So I just have to put my priorities first, do those main things first, and then I get to those things that's just for enjoyment. So, needless to say, with all that, I haven't decorated my tree yet for Christmas. Hopefully I'll get to that today or in the next 2 or 3 days anyway, hopefully. Okay, so see, I did take a long time answering that question. We'll probably be here a while. Do you have a cut tree, artificial tree, or potted tree? I have always had, even as a kid at home, we always had artificial trees, and I have an artificial tree now. I have never experienced in my home, as a kid or as an adult, a real tree. So I don't know, we've always had artificial trees. It just seems to be easier. You can buy one. You can use it for several years before you have to buy another one. It's not as messy. It's not as big. We just always had artificial trees. All right, number 3. Themed or I always have a problem with this word. Eclectic tree. Eclectic. Okay, we've always had an eclectic tree. Even as a kid at home and now, I don't go with themes. Because most of my ornaments is like they're not vintage, but they're like the big vintage bulbs, just all different color bulbs you hang on your tree. And then I have some handmade ones from my grandchildren and stuff like that. So we don't go with the theme. It's always eclectic, our theme, if you call it a theme. Number 4, do you have special or meaningful ornaments? Like I said, my grandchildren has made handmade ornaments, so those are special to me, and I always try to put them up on the tree each year. I have one really special ornament that I actually received during the time I wasn't putting up a Christmas tree. My sister gave it to me. It's an angel, and it, I can't remember the saying on it, but it has the year on it that she gave it to me. And I actually, because I didn't put up trees at the time, I actually hung it on my mirror in my car for years, and it still looks just as, well, I mean, no, not just as pretty. It's not quite as shiny as it used to be. It's a metal angel, kind of gold color angel. I will be sharing it in another video, so just keep watching my videos and you'll see it. But yes, it is special to me. And like I said, I just hung it on my mirror in my car for years until I started putting up a tree, and now I put it on my tree every year. So, I do have several meaningful ornaments. Okay, number 5, multicolor or all white lights on your tree. For Christmas, multicolor. I love all the different Christmas colors. The red and green and blue and gold and silver. Just love them. And so yes, my tree, like I said, is only a 4-foot tree, and it's artificial, so it comes pre-lit, you know, so it has lights already on it, and they're only white. But I do add to it for Christmas the multicolor lights, because I like all the different lights, and I like the blinking lights. I don't want them just to stay on. I like them blinking. So multicolor. Okay, number 6. How old were you when you stopped believing in Santa Claus? Now I'm going to be like, was it Carol? It was either Carol or Bonnie. No Santa Claus? There's not a Santa Claus? What are you talking about? No Santa Claus. What are you talking about? Actually, guys, I can't remember when I thought they were a true Santa Claus. I'm sure I did as a young kid, you know, as a young toddler. I'm sure I thought there was a Santa Claus, but I can't remember that. I mean, as far back as I can remember my Christmases, I always knew there was not really a Santa Claus, as far as a person that comes in your house dressed in a red suit with a white beard, you know, that rides on a sleigh, brings, you know, as far back as I can remember, I knew there wasn't that person. I feel like there is the spirit of what Santa Claus represents, and I feel like that's always been, and I'm not going to say always will be, because the shape the world's getting in now, it may get to where we don't have that spirit of giving and love and care anymore. You know, around Christmas has always been that there was a different atmosphere, that people just, they were more loving, more caring. That is Santa Claus. That's Santa Claus, if you know what I mean. That's the spirit of Christmas. It's the spirit of Christ. You know, loving people. It's always been that around Christmas time, people was just more loving, more caring. There was just a different atmosphere. Like, it started usually around Thanksgiving, and it just, people nowadays, you got to where you're scared to go Christmas shopping, because somebody may fight you for something and even end up killing you, you know. And so it may end up getting that we don't always have that spirit of Christ, that spirit of Christmas, that spirit of giving and stuff, and love and care. But yeah, I've always believed in that because that has always been, you know, what we felt around Christmas time. Um, Even when I didn't put up a tree, my children were young. Uh, I didn't tell them there was a Santa. I would jokingly tell them, we got to go to bed early. Santa's coming. They knew, and it was just. I mean, I didn't do it like my mom did with me. I just kind of did it as a joke when they were going to bed on Christmas Eve, and but I always said that my husband and myself was my children's Santa. We were the ones that brought them the gifts and the love and the specialness for that day. So we were their Santa Claus. And even to today, it's just something. You get gifts for things all through the year, but there's just something about that special Christmas, a Christmas gift or whatever. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like Christmas and the spirit of a Santa, the Santa, do you want to call it theme, the Santa spirit, the Christ-like spirit, because, it's there, Hopefully it will stay there. I don't know if that really answered that question or not. But like I said, I can't really recall me just actually believing there was a man that came and brought our gifts. I don't ever remember doing that. Okay, number 7. Do you hang stockings? Yes. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do this year. I really don't. I've always hung stockings, or either if I didn't hang them, I got a stocking, for my children to give them on Christmas morning. And since we've been in this house, I tried to have stockings for each of us. But to be honest, guys, I really don't know what I'm going to do this year. Like I said, I do have the tree already up, and I've got to decorate it for the Christmas theme. I haven't done that yet. I don't even know if we're going to give presents to each other, hubby and I. I don't go anywhere to go shopping. It's just, I feel guilty about it, but and it's kind of hard for me to buy him something online unless it's just clothes like I normally used to buy him all the time. I don't know. We're just going to have to see if we even have gifts this year. I don't know. But we used to have stockings, yes, for the kids. Let's see. Number 8, special tradition you must do. Well, my special tradition, if you want to call it that, is I picked it up from what my mom did when I was at home. Which, even though I did not teach my kids that there was a Santa, never told them that. They always, like I said, I'd say it jokingly, you got to go to bed or Santa Claus won't come, or something like that. But I never taught them there was a Santa. And, but even then, when I was a kid at home, Mama always, after we went to bed, she would go in there and separate. We didn't just get up on Christmas morning and all go in there and start grabbing gifts. No. Our tradition was that Mama, on Christmas Eve, after we went to bed, she went in there and she separated all the gifts. She would set Daddy's gifts at his chair he normally sat in, her gifts at her chair, and then she would make us 3 girls. There's only 3 girls in our family, no boys. She set our gifts, in different piles and put all of our gifts in one pile. Then, the next, Christmas morning when we got up, we had to wait on each other. We didn't just go in there and start opening gifts. We took turns from the youngest to the oldest. So poor Daddy was always last because he was the oldest in the family. But, you know, my younger sister went, then I went, then my older sister, then Mama, then Daddy. And we waited, you know. We sat and watched my younger sister as she opened hers. They watched me. And that was Mama's tradition, and I picked it up from there. And that's the way I did in my children. When they were growing up, we went from youngest to oldest. And then even last year, when we had Christmas, and Mama was here. Now we kind of mixed it up with Mama when we was having Christmas with Mama. We kind of let her, you know, it was just the three of us, Mama, myself, and hubby. And we let Mama go first, you know, even though she was the oldest, we'd let her go first. But normally the tradition is that we get up, the night before I separate all the gifts, we get up and we go from youngest to oldest is normally our tradition, our special must-do tradition. Number 9, do you open presents on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? Well, I just answered that question pretty much, but on Christmas morning. And as a kid, we would get up at daybreak and go get Mom. We wasn't allowed, like I said, we couldn't go in there and start opening gifts until Mom and Daddy got up and got in there and got ready to open gifts. And I did my kids the same way. But I don't know if I've ever opened a gift on Christmas Eve. If I have, it was just a rare occasion. Now, like if, you know, we exchange gifts with other people other than our family that lives in our household, we would, you know, open them early. But as far as our household that's going to be there on Christmas morning, I don't recall us ever opening a gift on Christmas Eve. So it's always been Christmas morning. Do you leave your outdoor lights up all year? No. As far as putting lights on the house, we have never done that. Never, ever, ever done that. There was a couple of years that we had one of those lights that would turn, and it would, like, make it look like you point it toward a tree or towards your house or whatever you wanted to point it on, and it was like blinking lights. We only had that a couple of years, and that's the only outside stuff we've ever put up, ever, throughout the whole, as a kid, Mom and Dad never did put up outside decorations. We decorated inside, but we never decorated outside. So, to be honest, we never really had lights. We just had that one lamp type thing for a couple of years, and when it quit working, we didn't get another one. So that's it. All right, guys, that was number 10. And at least the video's not quite as long as they have been the past 2 Saturdays. But I hope you've enjoyed hearing the tag and seeing my sweet little Tessie. And sorry, I can't remember her Paradise Gallery's name. Once I name them, that's their name, and I have to write down their company name to remember it. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, and smells like hubby's got some lunch ready for us. He heard me doing a video and didn't come disturb me, so he's just got lunch ready, smells like. And so I'm going to go eat with him, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will talk with you later. Bye!